Welcome to Mission Forge. I'm Bobby Jankovic, the broker of REMAX Capital, and this is where iron sharpens iron. Have you been out to eat lately? Boy, the restaurants have been bludgeoned, pummeled, beat to heck, had the snot kicked out of them. Ever since COVID hit, they've really taken a bath. But they're not all hurting as badly as the others. Some are starting to thrive. Some are surviving. Others, unfortunately, have closed, or probably will close in the future. So what's the difference? How have some managed to thrive in the case of hardship or adversity? Well, they focused on the key element of being a restaurant, which is not necessarily providing a dining atmosphere for people, but it is the delivery of food to the consumer. And I also want to point out that while cost is always important, I have not seen a focus on cost in these discussions. Restaurants that are thriving are charging more now because of different factors, inflation, cost of delivery, all those things. The main thing that the consumer wants and that the successful restaurants have focused on and built upon is, I need food, but I can't come inside to get it. I don't feel comfortable, I'm not allowed, you're not allowed to have me in, all those different things. So there are other ways to get the food in front of the consumer. And if you look at some of the more successful ones, they've got multiple layers of ability to connect the food with the consumer, and that way they open up more revenue streams to keep the doors open and keep the business moving along. Some of these businesses were prepared to do this beforehand and already had systems in place, because dine-in is not always the way to go. We know what a drive-through is. We know what delivery is, and some restaurants were really kind of set up and they just sort of had to build upon those systems. Other restaurants really had to act fast to sort of play catch up, but I think some of them have done so and are working well in the new environment that we find ourselves in. So, I talk about that because in my business, I swear the word almost became annoying to hear, but in business of real estate, we've been talking about disruptors for a long time, many years, a couple of years anyways. And so, we have forces trying to change our business, but if you're a restaurateur, it really wasn't that big of a conversation, or at least, I don't know, maybe it was and I'm just not aware of it. But then what happened in a matter of a week or 2 or 3 weeks, your industry was turned over. Okay? So I applaud you who have survived. I elevate those of you who have thrived. It's amazing to watch, and I, like a lot of my friends, love to support you guys and eat out and tip your servers and your delivery folks. But a word to the wise for any business, especially those in my business, be prepared. The type of disruption that we've been facing has kind of been a slow roll, and any industry could face sort of a sudden, immediate change. And how do you prepare for that? Well, you focus on the key element of your business. What is the key element of your business? All right? And it goes a little bit beyond house, okay? You've got to deliver a customer service, a customer experience. You've got to be malleable, adaptable. You've got to stay focused, and you've got to have tools and know your industry, and you've just got to be sharp and ready to move on a dime, okay? And if not, you might get left flat-footed. You might be left playing catch-up. So with that message, I wish you all the best, and if you get a chance, go eat out at one of your favorite local restaurants. Good job to all those restaurateurs, all the servers, the managers. Thank you all so much for keeping us fed.